Holy cow. He looks almost better than in the pictures, I think. He feels pretty heavy because I think his legs and his huge pants are solid, so that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. 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 It's already my favorite. No. 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 Have I lost it already? I'll pause for a sec and look for it, okay? Because it's gonna be pretty bad if I can't find it. But it should be here, right? It should be within the walls of this room, okay? Everybody relax. I'm gonna find it. Okay, crisis averted. I was certain that it was gone. I looked everywhere. This room that I'm recording in isn't that big and the floor is pretty clear. I was about to give up when I was like, check the box again. How can it escape the box? And it's in there. You can see it right there. But it was underneath this stuff, which is the background, which was covering it up inside. So if this happens to you, you know, look there. All right, let's pretend that never happened. It's on, it was never off. No one can notice. The sword. This is one of the things that makes this statue special. I think this is the first time that a Cloud statue or figure of any kind has ever had materia. At least an official figure or a statue. So that's pretty special. It seems like you're just need to slot it in. But I should probably take off these plastic bits. Can he stand on its own? He actually can, which is a plus. All right, but we're not gonna do that. But it's nice that he could if we wanted him to. All right. I mean, look at this. He definitely got a haircut, right? Right? I'm gonna talk more about that later. I have a lot to say about this. Just have to force it through. There you go. Oh, look at that. He looks great. I can't even fit him in the camera. There you go. Look how much bigger he is than the other two. The reason why I brought out these two is because these are kind of the same. Technically, they're all based on the in-game model for the most part. But you can definitely see that there's a jump in quality for each of them. This is probably the worst one. But let's take a closer look at him now. It's so cool. Looks like real fabric. It's a bit shiny. Look at that. Look at all that. And I love the color on this. Looks kinda purplish, or maybe just a deep blue. And I also love the combination of materia. They could have gone with the two green like they did on the cover. They could have gone with the green and the blue, which they do on most of the in-game pre-rendered cutscenes. I was wondering if his eyes were a bit high up, as if they should have been printed lower. You see that thing where the shadow is? If that's where his eyes should be? But I think no. I think he's supposed to look like this, because he looks different than he does in game, which is weird because just like these two figures, this is the in-game 3D model from Remake. Every wrinkle in his pants and his shirt, everything is accurate. Compare this to the cover art even. I didn't even have to check that it was there, but look at this line and look at this squiggle right here. It's always there. When you compare this to the Cloud that you play as in game, some of the easy identifiers are these two bumps right here. You usually see it from behind and you can see that boom boom. And on his left leg is what I refer to as the missing block. See that? How it just looks like someone removed a square. And you can see that also in this. It just looks like someone plopped out a square from there. It looks, you see it, boom, boom, goes in there. And also even with this, the same with the bumps on that one and the bumps on that one. Lastly, there's what I call the Y, or it's probably more like a V, on his chest. See that? There's like a on there. And it's also on this one. And then on this, you can even see it, barely, you can see it there. And all of these details that I've pointed out here are the same on Zack in Remake and Crisis Core Reunion. And you can also see them on all the regular soldiers in Crisis Core Reunion as well. This is Cloud's in-game 3D model, no doubt about it. So having said all that, what's up with his hair? If you watched some of my other videos, you may have been tired of me pointing this out. But for some reason, on this figure that is so darn accurate in every other way, they changed his hair. And I'm not complaining. I actually love this hair. I think this looks much better than it does in-game. My previous explanation was that they changed it from remake to rebirth, and they just used the rebirth model for this figure. But having seen him in rebirth, we can see that he doesn't look like this in rebirth either. So what's up with this? Who are you? What's going on? Oh, I'm geeking out, but I think I've said everything there is to say, so I think it's time to put him in my collection. Oh, so if you look at this, this is how Cloud looks in Remake with the hair on his right side. See that? It's just a lot of different strands of hair pointing down, and then the one on the left is the longest. And then we look at this, it's just mainly the one. And then on this side, it's still there, but it's definitely shorter in comparison, but just barely. I feel like it was more clear in the picture that this one was longer, but it's still longer, definitely. All right, I feel like I repeated myself enough. Let's find some space for him. I'm thinking he's gonna get that spot, and I'm gonna put him down here. Moving these cold cast statues is always stressful. Like, they're built to sort of combust. Let's see if this even works. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Holy crap. Look at that. And that's a way better fit than the cold cast. I mean, look at him. He just... I've talked too much about the hair and everything, but this one also has the long strand on his right side. Something's up with this. There's a trend here. I'm just saying, and I've been saying for a year, there's something up with this. We're gonna end it here before I say it again, that this strand...